Well, good morning, YouTube friends, families. Frank here, yet again, on a glorious Sunday morning, October 29th, 2023. I know it's been a minute since I've actually done some riding through a few neighborhoods, but we're going to go check out some brand new patio villas, and we're going to go check out some new cottage homes, I think it is. Either cottage villas or cottage homes. Going to be one of the two. Cannot off the top of my head remember what they're called right now, but we'll know when we get there. It's a beautiful Sunday morning out here. It's like 64, 65 degrees. Beautiful. I'm already starting to hear people out and about, which here in the villages, it's usually around the crack of dawn. It's just the best time to get up is early in the morning when it's nice and cool and it's just glorious outside. Been a beautiful sunrise and all that there, right? But I wanted to take a second just to tell all our friends, family, and our subscribers out there, thank you for all the condolences and reaching out to us via email. Some of you sent us condolences cards to Susan and I. People left a lot of comments telling us that they're praying for us and just lifting us up and supporting us in a very dark month right now. Last week was probably the worst week ever. We're still mourning the grief of my stepdaughter and her daughter. It was just totally unexpected, so you can only imagine just somebody just punching you in the chest and snatching things out, right? It's just, but the healing process has begun. She's okay, but not okay, but she's okay. She's going to be okay, and Susan has given it to God's hands. And so as we go through this process of trying to pick up the pieces of our lives and to carry on in life, it's just one of those things that it's a day-by-day process, right? But we know where she's at, and we know that she's in the arms of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Enough said on that. But today, we are going to ride over into the village of Dabney, Lake Denham area, and we're going to check out these new patio villas and these cottage homes. I want to say they're cottage homes, not patio villa, cottage villas. I've been watching these for a while now, and I think they finally got them released and ready for sale. And we're going to go over there and check them out. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy the channel. And if you would, being that it's Halloween weekend, I posted a couple of old school nostalgia Halloween type of movies. Go check them out. They're pretty good. I know they're black and white and all that. They're really old, but it just goes and takes you way back to the old schools of cinema, and the way that they did things back then was really interesting, and to how they do it now, which I like how new movies are now, but it also can have its negatives too, which I won't get into. But anyway, stay tuned.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Alright guys, just for reference, we've been to the Morgan Villas a couple of times already, but now that it's fully completed, and I mean they got the sign up, tells you what it is, there's no guessing or whatever. Morgan Courtyard Villas. You can see all the beautiful landscaping that they've got in here. Yeah. So I've had a couple people ask me to ride through them again. I guess they've bought a courtyard and they want to see it. They must be up north still, hadn't got moved down here as of yet. So we're going to go ahead and do another quick ride through. Why not, right? And the Morgan Courtyard Villas are right here off of Morgan Street and Chandler Drive. Let's take a cruise through this neighborhood. It's a very nice one too, by the way. We're gonna hang a right on Briner Place. Sorry, I left. My military left, Frank. Nice and quiet. I really don't see anybody around here. Everything is brand spanking new, as you can see. The roads are completely done. Fresh black top. I mean, just everything. Everything's brand new. Absolutely gorgeous neighborhood. If you're into a courtyard villa, and I know I get people that'll say, man, I don't like all of that garage door. The only thing you see are the garage doors. Yes, that is true. Here's a salmon color. This salmon colored home right here is already sold. And I can kind of see why. I'm going to back up. If you look at it, off in the distance, you can see a huge, it's got a nice wide front decking right there. So you walk up to the door, which would be just to the right. It's recessed, but is not sunken really bad. You will be able to see it as you approach the house from, this direction. The two front windows, I think, come out of a bedroom, but I'm not 100% certain. I could be wrong on that, so please don't quote me. And you got your 2 one-car garage doors. It's a nice large courtyard, so I'm really not surprised that one's picked, especially that front porch. That front porch allows a wide open space. You can, they're gonna put out chairs and things of that nature, see, and they'll be able to sit out and look out from their home. So that's one advantage to one of those models. And we're gonna continue down Trundy Terrace. And I know the sun's kind of right there at that level. It's about 8:32 in the morning. Some of these homes already got some pretty blue flowered landscaping that the Villages is known to put out along the roads and stuff like that. which is nice. If you let them bloom to maturity, they'll look really nice. Now, if you look and notice this model right here, it comes up in that side door right there. You walk up to it, you go to your left in the door, and it has a small porch. Well, that salmon one had a nice wide one. Here's one I like right here. As we flipped around, this home right here, this beautiful courtyard, and I'm unaware of the actual model names right at this point. But if you notice the blue flowers right there into the flower bed, it will match nicely with the blue on the house. This home right here is a two-tone. It's a blue and a light blue, or like around the window trims. It's not white. It's a lighter blue. And then up on that top, it's got a painted. I'm saying it's gray. It looks gray. And that wide porch on the front. But this one's different even from the salmon, because this is the ideal courtyard villa. Now, if money wasn't an object to me, you know, that kind of stuff, and I was really dead set on a courtyard villa, this is the perfect situation, because this one's actually set up more like a house. You know, you've got your standard 2-car garage, a nice large driveway, and you've got the front porch. And I'm gonna walk up to this one just because I'm talking about it. We can't go in or anything like that, but you can see the walkway. So you've got the front door right there. Now that front door, it's not hidden, as you can see, so it's out in the open. You can see it from the road. You've got this large porch right here on the front. You can put your chairs, some plants, you know, whatever you like to do. I've noticed a lot of people like to say in a flower bed or something, they'll put in a water fountain, some pretty water fountain kind of thing, where they could sit out front when it's quiet and have that ambience, that you know, that water sound, which is really nice and relaxing. The 2 windows right here, and I wonder if you could look in, because I know this home it's not sold yet. Probably can't see into that, but that's a bedroom. And with the release of these houses, you gotta be a little careful, because you don't want to like peering into somebody's already in it. But you can tell these homes are still vacant. But that one still has not been sold as of yet. But I wanted to point that out because they just released these just in the recent past. These don't go as fast as patio villas, in my opinion, but they do. You know, they all have different floor plans, different setups. But the thing that they all have in common, guys, is yes, that all the garages are up front. And if you're going to do that, the thing that Susan and I agree upon is to make them look beautiful. And the fact that even though the garages are out, if you look at it, they're aesthetically pleasing. In my opinion, in Frank's opinion, they still are aesthetically pleasing. They're nice to look at. Beautiful paint, stucco homes, the way that they did. So if you're going to do that, make them look nice. And that's, to me, is what the Villages did. I mean, that could be a bummer if you pull up and all you see are garage doors, and then the garage just looks junky or something. You got some ugly garage in the front. You don't want that. But that's not what they do here. In my opinion, I would probably prefer a courtyard. Now, take a look at this home right here. The way this is set up, you've got the privacy fence, and it goes right up against the wall. That's your main border wall right there, and they go all the way around. So that yard is going to have an interesting shape to it. Looks like it's got plenty of room back there. I could walk back there, but I'm not going to. Really nice layout. Seeing that these houses have been released, you know, I'm a little less reluctant to walk around houses. You know, you don't ever know if it's pending or whatever until you see the signs. So we are going to stick out here on the road. Flipping now, the sun's behind us, and you can get a better look at these courtyards. As I was saying, if I prefer a courtyard villa over some of the designer homes sometimes, and I'm not sure why, to be honest with you. I just like them. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't, you know, do the designer home. You know what? I don't know. They're both really good. There's just something to be said about a courtyard villa versus a designer home. Just two completely different feels, you know. I guess because they just look Floridian to me. That's a nice layout right there. But anyway, guys, you know, that was just another quick ride through the Morgan villas. I'll put it in the description when I do this video, because a couple of people have been asking me to do it, and I've done them in the past, but you know, prior to them putting up the sign. But I hope you all ride through. If you see your house, give me a shout out. Leave it in the comments below, and we'll do it. Well, here we are. This is the villas I was trying to remember earlier. Anison Villas. These are courtyards. I'm sorry, I can't think this morning. Patio villas, guys. Patio villas. These patio villas are right next door to the courtyard villas. The Morgan Courtyard Villas, which is like right down there near Megason Road and 470. These are the Anison Villas patios. Now they have been released. We saw the email come out. Looks very similar, you know, same entrance structure basically. There's some dirt and stuff here in the road, but it looks clear enough that you can still drive around. They've released them, so evidently they should be good to go for traffic. I still have to try to pay attention for nails and stuff because it's not 100%. It's about 99%. I'm hearing equipment running around, so we'll see what's going on. But anyway, we're going to take a ride in these new Anison patio villas, and let's see what they got. Maybe they'll have something different. Now, the entrance is also called Anison Terrace. Anison Terrace and Chandler Drive. That's very typical of the names, as how they do it. The entrance name is usually the villa neighborhood name. Usually. But what I think I'm going to try to do is get the outer perimeter of the neighborhood like normal. You know, we'll ride around and then we're going to spin around and try to get in the inner and then the outer area on the way out. They're still laying down sod. These aren't 100%, but they're close to being fully ready. But there are some homes I think in the back here that are completely ready. Villages aren't going to release the homes for sale unless it's time to sell some, you know. That's kind of usually what happens, I think. They get a group of homes, they're done. They put them on the market, sell them, and the other guys just keep working on the rest. But for all those newer folks out there who may not be aware that this sod is Provista, Scott's Provista St. Augustine grass. They're still laying down sod. I found a big giant screw I had to get rid of. Hate for somebody else to come along and pick that one up. That would be brutal. But the streets are fairly cleaned up for the most part. I'm seeing many of the same model homes. The layouts are going to be the same. So pretty much every patio villa neighborhood, even the courtyards, veranda neighborhoods, they're most of the time they're all going to look alike. Sometimes the neighborhood might be shaped a little different. Let me spin around here. Might be shaped a little different. The streets might wind and curve a little bit or something. But they're pretty much going to be the same. But what I like to check out is just in case they've done anything new, anything different. Sometimes you'll find little nuances that they didn't do in another neighborhood. I've also noticed back in the day back in 2020 when Susan and I, let me get App out of here for a second. I'm being chased by a street sweeper. Hold on. I was getting chased by a street sweeper almost. That's funny. We're talking about them hearing that equipment and them cleaning the streets, and lo and behold, there's a street sweeper in here. They're still cleaning up. I think they do this a lot on Sunday mornings. Try to get, continue getting the neighborhoods cleaner. I'm already riding through the neighborhood, and as you can see, first thing in Sunday morning, what time is it now? It's 8:49 in the morning, and there was a sales agent sitting in her car, probably waiting for new people. They sell them like as fast as they can, actually. So once homes are released and they have a waiting list of people who are interested in, say, in a particular area, or a particular model that comes open, they set up an appointment. The sales agents usually will call these people and say, hey, we've got these villas opened up. They're ready for sale. We got this and this and that. Do you want to come and look at it? Or whatever. It's finally available. And people will jump on it pretty fast. The sweet sweeper guy is done. From what I was looking at, he really wasn't even sweeping the street. He just drove through and stopped. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to the bathroom. Well, I flipped around, guys. I flipped around right there. And we're kind of riding around on the inner part of this intersection of the neighborhood. What I've noticed, though, in some of these homes right here, the lots look a little bit bigger on some of these homes, especially in the backyards. There's already got one pending. People got them pending. That might have been one of her sales. She put up the pending sign in it. So if you are still out there, I would highly suggest you jump on a patio villa, get a hold of the sales team right here. But we're going to try to continue on here. Street sweeper machine is down for a little bit. I'm not sure where he went to. I'm assuming maybe the restroom. They got porta-johns all over for these workers. Oh, there he is right there. It'll give us a minute to ride through here and finish up the inner area of these homes. I'm seeing a retreat, havens, a nest, different models that I'm particularly familiar with. And I know of more, I just can't pull them out of my head right now. Once you come in down on Anderson Terrace, if you're gonna make a right, you'll be going down Gormson Court. So right here is a nice large lot. Now the nice thing about, if you got a patio villa and you're gonna get like a big old lot right here, you're gonna be responsible for cutting it. You know, don't think you're gonna buy a lot and this much is mine and that part is theirs, because no, you're gonna be cutting off. But the thing is, we're having a nice big lot like this. If you load this next to that house, I don't think you can see it. I can't zoom in with this camera, but they have a nice wide squared off concrete pad. Now you could actually add on to that and make it bigger and put a nice large bird cage outside if you wanted to. There's a lot you can do with this lot right here, guys. So whoever jumps on this, if you've got an imagination and a budget to really make this your own, you could really do a nice something here. You've got the palm trees to look at to help out. That's the spot right there. Anyway, guys, that was the new Anderson Villas. I'm going to continue east. I'm going to look for these cottage homes or whatever they were talking about here. And I'll get back to you. Alright, guys, I got here at the same time as a construction worker, and his equipment showed up right behind me. I felt like I get chased down by the construction crew. But if you'll notice, this is Veronica Court, and right off in the distance you're seeing a bunch of houses being built that they're not ready yet. Still got more work to do. These look like I see a lot of vinyl siding homes, so they're gonna be a little different. They're still designers and very beautiful, but I'm thinking we're gonna ride through what I think might be this cottage neighborhood that they were talking about. There's already a truck sitting here, so we're on Veronica Court. I think I'm gonna, let's hang a left. I think the truck is a contractor. He might be inside that house or something doing some work. I'm not sure. Now the sun's going to make it a little difficult to see some of these houses, I think. There's a sales agent standing in a house already. And this one is sold. That house is sold. We're gonna flip. If you notice the back of these houses, they got a large, pretty decent sized backyard. Goes all the way down up against this fence or the wall right here. So that gives you some outdoor sitting. Some of these houses have, you know, this back section right here, a little small to 9, and an outside deck. I see a few. Some of them don't. You know what? I take it back. I think they all do. They're just configured differently. Yeah, so you do get a decent sized backyard for some. I would do some planting, you know, something tropical looking. I'm gonna ride by this sales agent. They're everywhere out here, and checking out these villa homes. He might wave at us or so. I don't know. Yeah, one of the village's sales agents gonna show a house to some potential clients. Now we're gonna ride through here. Looks like they're showing up now. So we're gonna see house showing in live in action.
Going to look at a model right now. Come on, Dad.
Good, congratulations, buy it. Now, there's a lady right there. She's gonna go look at a model. So yeah, these have got to be the recently released cottage homes that came out in an email. Is there a name for them? I don't remember. Susan sent me a link to it and I just can't find it now. Really nice. They look a little different from what I've seen before. So, you know, here's the thing, the way I look at this. Here's your patio villa neighborhood right here. There's the wall separating it, and then you have the cottage homes. If you don't want the patio villa style, the way those are laid out, you know, that the way those floor plans are done or whatever, and you need and want something a little bit more ranch style, then these houses give you that. I'm not exactly sure. I know they're going to be 2 and 3 bedroom homes. You know, you got your ranch style sitting areas out here. We're going to spin out here. We're going to come down. We're going to ride down Lang Place. Lang Place. We just went down Eugene Terrace. And here's the neighborhood. This is what it's going to look like sitting at this little juncture right here. It's a real cute little neighborhood. I know the sun's going to be, oh, excuse my hand, right? The sun's going to be in your eyes. But that's the way these homes, this neighborhood is laid out. It's very similar to patios, courtyards. Really nice. You know, I've seen other cottage neighborhoods before or something, and I didn't like the way that they looked for some reason. I don't know what it was about it. I'm not going to say where. But the way this one's done to me, looking down the streets and how, you know, no two houses are exactly alike. So it's really pretty. I like it. I can definitely do it. Now I've noticed people have been looking at houses down in Middleton. Middleton is a family neighborhood for people who are still raising families, who kids are still in school. Where in these neighborhoods, which I'm in the village of Dabney, by the way, I would think. Yes, village of Dabney. These are age restricted, you know, 55 plus. That's the reason why I think there's a couple neighborhoods like this where they did it, villages built for family neighborhoods, so people who work in the villages and things like that, kids still in high school and what have you, have a neighborhood where they can still raise their families and be a part of the villages. So we're coming down. I didn't even look at the street, to be honest with you. Starting to get more people in here. I think that the contractors. It is about 9:06 in the morning, so we're going to get a little bit more activity. Sundays are usually a great day for people to explore. They show homes because there's just less construction going on. It still goes on 7 days a week. You're going to get contractors and things like that still, but it's not as heavy as it is, say, during the week, really. It's really an onslaught. And I've been watching these guys work on in this neighborhood for a while. And you can just see the work that they've done. Yeah, that's a new truck right here. So people are coming in, probably finishing up detail work. Landscaping. That's like a landscaping crew. Now we're at the beginning of the entrance of this neighborhood. I'm going to pan around so we can catch the intersection right here. That's how this is the way this neighborhood looks when you come in. I hung a left off of Veronica Court. That was Ray Road. But we're going to come back down Veronica Court. And we're going to take a look at the houses on the inner island in here. You're going to notice there's just a lot of different models in here. Most of these homes do not look exactly the same. People make comments, oh, they're all cookie cutter homes, and no, they don't. I mean, yeah, they look similar in a general theme, but they're all individual houses. And they all have their own different look, different floor plans. 2-car garage. I hope the camera quality is coming out okay. When I got my sunglasses on, I can hardly see the back screen on it. Yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit bigger than, say, a patio villa neighborhood, but yet they almost remind me of in-between houses, between a courtyard and but these are actually can be bigger. I'm looking at a lot of these houses. I'm not sure what the square footage is, but some of these homes are pretty large. They feel more like veranda home neighborhoods to me. Yeah, just I don't know. It's like a mixture of a veranda, courtyard, patio, whatever. That overall look and feel, but yet the sizes and the colors and the variations and the different models and the way they're designed, ranch style porches, very nice. Extremely nice. That lady and the sales agent are walking. Check out another house, I suppose. They walk by waving and smiling. She's just like, hey. But if you're going to be a sales agent or a realtor, you got to be ready morning, noon, and night. That's the name of the game. Honestly, If I was gonna do houses, I wouldn't mind being a sales agent for the villages. I mean, think about it. There's no work. What street did we just come down? Eugene Terrace. That's going down Eugene Terrace. The houses sell themselves. All you got to do is open up the door, talk about it a little bit. You got to know. You got to know your stuff, of course, but the houses will sell themselves, guaranteed. Now here's in between the back of these homes right here. I'm not sure how it comes out on camera, but I'm seeing different sod colors. But that's laid out earlier. This one was down later. I hate to try to point that out with my fat finger. I guess you can see the difference in the colors of the grass as to when sod was dropped and when it wasn't. I'm looking at these sod pieces, and if you go to a sod farm, you're going to pay about $2.50 a slice, and each slice is roughly around 16 by 24 in each size. But you can see the back of these homes, some have extended lanais that come out, some are the same width of the home. So you're gonna come out here and you're gonna pick which layout fits you the best. You know, in my opinion, I like it. I like the look. I like how these homes look, especially for these style homes. It almost has that Middleton feel because, you know, that's the way they do these neighborhoods. Well, this is the end of the road. Now this neighborhood comes in, if you're coming down Chandler Drive, you're going to turn right on Cornwall Way, and then you're going to make another right on Veronica Court. And I was going to walk around one of these houses, but I think based on riding around the neighborhood, you're going to be able to see how they look from the front to the back and all. And here's these guys at work. Here comes the street sweeper. There he goes. Look at all that dirt they scrap. It seems like they're kicking up more dust and dirt on everything else and actually clean it, but it does clean it. They do it a few times and you'd be surprised it cleans it out. I can see a path already. Getting stuff ready, folks.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure. But one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be